Hey again, Eric Zubik here, otherwise known as Zubidoo77 in the video game world, with another edition of Mario Kart 64 VA Tournament Archive. We're continuing off with our current episode, The Rise and Fall of VA. In our last edition, we covered the Mushroom Cup, and Matthias on the bottom left earned a perfect score of 12 points. Frankie and Weatherton on the right are behind him with 6 points. And Nash with a big bagel. Sadly, no cream cheese available for not even placing on the podium. Meanwhile, we have another cup coming your way. I should also mention the cup order is going to be more different in this episode. I mean, actually, every episode of the cup order is different. Instead of the usual Mushroom Cup, Flower Cup, Star Cup, Special Cup, it's going to be Mushroom Special Cup, Star Cup, and Flower Cup. Why, you ask? Well, because Rainbow Road is pretty much the longest course in the game, and there's not going to be a dramatic ending, as learned from 2007 all the way to 2015. And then the Flower Cup has a very good ending with Mario Raceway as a final sprint for a marathon, basically. Anyway, let's get on with the Special Cup as we cover 3 more courses today, beginning with Donkey Kong's Jungle Parkway, which I believe is one of the longest courses, but not one of the 2 longest, for sure. Even though I don't think this is an important track to cover, or out of the most important ones, there is an important criteria here that you'll have to look for, or along the course. As we're getting ready for these guys to set the Jungle Parkway course up. Here we go. Alrighty. There's a bit more lag on the start here than any other course, FYI. If nobody's figured it out yet. But I mean, a lot of you have, but very few that may not. So, oh my God, Nash is leading! What the heck? Oh, and Weatherton takes a very good jump. Matthias and Frankie, same there. Nash, really bad jump. I should mention, well, when we get to the next lap, I'll try to mention how much important the ramp jump is. But yeah, there's a lot of tight turns. There's probably a section you'll have to skip over, but even though you risk getting hit by a durian technically, and you have to get a really high skip up to skip the final turn, I think. Oh, Nash gets hit by the Deke, as it's a shell game for Weatherton and Matthias. All right, the ramp jump. Oh, Matthias, really good jump. Frankie, not very much. Weatherton, oh, he gets tripped up. But yeah. Oh, Weatherton, oh, that's a bad example with the ramp jump. You want to get as close to the item boxes as you can, and from the ramp. Although you don't want to go too far, because then that'll set you back up to the ramp. And also, taking the normal path is way too safe, and it costs you a lot of time. I mean, I know the pros know that, but this is like for starters. There's clearly. Anyway, Matthias with a very good jump. Frankie close behind, maybe. And Matthias with a shroom right now. Oh yeah, Nash took a leap to Stinson Falls. I forgot to cover that. But yeah, there's a bit of a landmark situation. I'll mention more about it when the times come, maybe. Anyway, Matthias and Frankie, he getting second and third. I think it's kind of clear that Weatherton's gonna face third. Now the next course is another one you could skip a section of. It is Yoshi Valley, one of my favorite courses ever in the entire game, and basically, according to the player page, my best track. Alright, in this one, there are many paths you can take. That's why there's question marks moving on the screen right here. In a race, it is recommended to take the path that Matthias, Frankie, and Weatherton are all taking. Taking the very right path, oh, that's going to be that's going to be hard to catch up. Anyway, Frankie and Weatherton have skipped the hairpin. Matthias still going for it. Oh, wow. That is not an easy thing to do after coming off a fall. On to the second lap with Frankie and Weatherton. Oh, Nash picks up a bolt. Oh, no. Or was it Matthias? No, I'm kidding. It was Nash. All right. All right. Hairpin number 2. Oh, Weatherton takes the long way around. Frankie misses. Matthias makes it. Hit. And we have your new leader. Or on lap number 2. Oh, and he's got a blue shell in the lead, too. Oh, God. Very risky move for a swag finish, if you're wondering. All right, Frankie and... All right, Matthias and Weatherton are there. Frankie, he in third right now. All right, Matthias gets the third hairpin. That is... I don't want to say 3 out of 3, maybe, but I guess in his case, we're going to have to. Now, the pathway you want to take in the final lap is a little more different, because cutting through the grass for any noobs out there, or newbies for slang, is definitely way faster than taking the normal path on the last lap. Oof, this is definitely turning into an epic battle of proportions. On to Banshee Boardwalk. One of very few night courses in this track. We have Matthias in the lead with a perfect score of 18 points. We have, I think the other two have 9 points. And Nash still has not gotten on the board yet. But yeah, sometimes the gameplay in Banshee Boardwalk is a little more crucial, because you have bats, and if you're shrunken down via lightning bolt, it is very easy to end up having a squashage by the bats. As people should probably know. Well, I mean, most of you do. Again. Going big or going home most of the time. He's not careful. He's just going to be going home. But yeah, Frankie taking the first room route on a fast lap. App strat. Matthias, still has a bit of a lead right now. Weatherton getting knocked by a shell. Yikes. I should also mention that it is very easy to fall off this track if you don't have a precise route. I think this might be our finishing order here, but anything can happen with this last slur. He's spaced out, especially with that blue shell is in play. So Matthias isn't careful. We can see him go up the air. All right. Got a mushroom there. Oof. Nash got a bolt. Oh, this is going to get interesting for Matthias, because he's in the bat cave right now. Oh, and a blue shell hits him. Oh, he did not get squashed by any bats, though. So that's a good sign for him. And yeah, Matthias is on cruise control, taking the win. Frankie falls off. Weatherton about to finish second, as it is quite clear that we have a very tight battle in the top 3. Well, minus the leader, that is. Yeah, so we have 20 points. So yeah, we have 21 points with Matthias. That is a very good score, or going into the final track of the half. And then we have 11 points on Weatherton's end, with that second place finish on Banshee Boardwalk. And Frankie having a bit of a fall, all 10 points. And Nash, well, you get the idea. Next time, I only covered the 2 longest tracks, and we have a little fun. Actually. It'll be Wacky Wednesday here on the Mario Kart 64 VA Tournament Archive as we continue.